let's continue with our SQL example, our bikes SQL example. And as you can see, we have 4 columns: model ID, company, model, and the cubic centimeter. So we have 4 rows as well, where we have the Kawasaki, Yamaha, Honda, BMW. So right now we want a 5th column, so we're gonna have a 5th column with the maximum speed. Okay, so I'm gonna have this maximum speed for these motorcycles. To do that, we're gonna alter the table. So alter table, the name of the table, bikes, and we are gonna add, and it's gonna be max. We're gonna add a column that is gonna be maximum speed or max underscore speed, and the type is gonna be integer. Okay, so if I execute this, it's gonna create this 5th column, but the values is gonna be null. So we can go right here and we can do it manually. So we can do update. So we're gonna have update bikes. We're gonna update bikes, and we are gonna use set, and it's gonna be max. Let me see. I didn't do it automatically. Max speed. Okay, max speed, and we're gonna set it to 400 kilometers per hour. And here we're gonna have where. Okay, so it's gonna be where, and model ID, where the model, yeah, this one, where the model ID is equal to 1. It's equal to 1, like that. Semicolon at the end. And we can do this, yeah, we can do this like that. Yeah, let me see, like that. And it's gonna be 400. This one has to be model ID 2, model ID 3, and model ID 4, but the values is gonna change to 292 right here. So what is this one? This is the Yamaha. Yeah, Yamaha 292. So it's almost 400 kilometers per hour, the Kawasaki, allegedly. And this is 190. Okay, this one is gonna be 190, like that. Oops. 1900. Yeah, that would be insane, because this one is 314, like that. So as you can see, we have altered the table bikes. We have added a 5th column, maximum speed of type integer. We have updated with update, the name of the table, set, and we have set this column to 400 where the model ID is 1. So pretty much when this row, we are attacking this row with model ID is 1, with model ID is 2 is the second row, model ID 3 is the third row, and so on and so forth. So let's execute it. And now, as you can see, we have created a 5th column, and we don't have null, so that's fine. We have 5 columns with 4 rows. Yeah, that's fine so far. So I have this, yeah, I have these values here, save it. And what I'm gonna do is I copy this location, and I'm gonna go to my PowerShell. So what I'm gonna do is, let me see, cd, like that, clean it up, cd, and yeah. So I did cd, and then I pasted the link. So now I am in this. So right now I am in this folder right here. Okay, and we can leave it like that. We can go right here, and from this point, let me make this one bigger. From this point forward, what we are gonna do is we're gonna open MySQL. So it's gonna be MySQL -h, and it's gonna be local host. Remember that we created a user here in the administration. We have created this user. Oops, they're asking me for the password. Let me see. That's not letting me in. Let me see. let me close and let me do it again. Yeah, I'm gonna go right here. I'm gonna put my password. So okay, so now we are in the administration, and in the user we have created the biker user. Okay, so we're gonna use it. So we have MySQL -h localhost -u, and now we're gonna use this one. We're gonna use the name of the user, biker -p, and this one is gonna prompt us for a password. We're gonna use, I don't know, biker. So here you have to type in biker the same, so biker like that. And yeah, welcome to MySQL, all this stuff. That's good. And this is gonna create, we have this is gonna create a schema or database vehicles. Okay, so we already have, if we go to, in my case, I'm gonna go to my PC, I'm gonna go to, let me see, program data, I'm gonna go to MySQL, I'm gonna go to MySQL server data, and here I'm gonna see that I have vehicles. So this is the database vehicles, and here I have bikes, so this is the table. Okay, so we already have it. Make sure that you have it. So the schema of the database vehicles and the table that is bikes in my case. So we are good up to this point. This is the setup for the MySQL. And the other thing that we would need is just go right here. You go to the icon house and then just right click and then just copy JDBC connection string to the clipboard. So yeah, we are pretty much, we are set up to this point. So right now we can go into yeah, we can just exit this. So let me see, I'll just leave it like that. We can open Visual Studio Code, and I'm gonna go right now, let me see, open folder. No, I don't want to do that. Let me see, it was Control Alt. Okay, it was Control Alt, the window icon, and then N in my case. So Control Alt, well, it's Control plus Alt plus the Windows icon plus the letter N. And now I'm gonna create a new Java project. Okay, and yeah, no build tools. Okay, and I'm gonna go to my desktop and I'm gonna go to test, and yeah, let's select this one, and the name, we can name it display bike. So we're gonna name it display, let me see, display bikes, like that. And it already, okay, created a folder for us. So if we go into the test where I have this SQL example, I already have now this folder with all the necessary to build the Java project with the JDBC connection. Okay, so we're gonna go into source and we can delete this, and yeah, readme now, and we can create our own file. So our own file is gonna be display bikes dot java, like that. Let me see this. Let me change it, display bikes, but we are using Java, so it has to be, yeah, camel notation. So let me see, display bikes. Yeah, now it's fine. So public class display bikes, so it has to respect the camel notations. Okay, so what we are gonna do right now is pretty much connecting to and querying a database. So this is our oops, I don't have it right here. Yeah, this is our database. The vehicles is our database, and we want the information about the bikes table. Okay, so we are gonna go all the way up to the top, and we are gonna import. So we're gonna import java.sql.connection. Okay, so import java.sql.connection, and we are gonna also import java.sql.statement. So this is what we need. We are also gonna import java.sql that driver manager. So you just type in dir and it's gonna do it automatically for you if you have updated your VS Code, Visual Studio Code. And if I go into my extensions, I'm using, if I go here in Java, I'm using this extension. So let me see, install, let me see, I have it, yeah, I have installed this one. And what else I have it, this one as well from Microsoft. Yeah, you can install that one if you want. Okay, let's continue. And what else do we need? So we're gonna import, java.sql that is gonna be result set. So we need the result set, semicolon at the end. We're gonna import java.sql.result set. So it's gonna be result set metadata. And finally we're gonna import java.sql exception. So it's gonna be SQL exception, semicolon at the end. We can save it so far, and yeah, everything looks fine. Okay, so public class display bike. So I'm gonna, well, let's just leave it for now. So now we're gonna go right here, and we are gonna have the database URL. So that's my dog, well, my neighbor's dog. Static finals, we're gonna have the static final string. So we're gonna have the static final uppercase letter S string, and we're gonna have the database underscore string, well, underscore URL. So sometimes, oops, database, yeah, don't let yourself go with VS Code. Sometimes it doesn't complete it. Let me see, completed in the wrong way for me. So yeah, okay, so we have the static final stream, database underscore URL, and here is one of the most important things. So equal sign, double quotes, you end it with a semicolon, but inside of the double quotes we are gonna copy this. So we're gonna go to this icon house, we're gonna go to the local host, and we are gonna copy JDBC connection string to the clipboard. So I'm gonna go right here and I'm gonna paste it. So I just Control C, Control V, so copy and paste it. So we can just leave it like that. This is the most important thing, well, one of the most important things. Make sure that you copy and paste it. So now we're gonna launch. So we're gonna launch the application. So we're gonna launch the application, and let me see. So we have this public class display bikes. Now we're gonna have our main. So we're gonna have public, public static void main. That's fine. And this is displaying the contents of the bikes table. Okay, so first of all we're gonna have the connection, the statement, and the result set. So we can go right here. So it's gonna be, oops, no, make sure that, let me see if I didn't add it more. Okay, so yeah, sometimes that will check connection. Okay, the first one is with uppercase letter C, the second one no, lowercase. So we're gonna set it to null. So this manages the connection, obviously. Then we have the statement, oops, no, uppercase letter S, statement, and we are setting it to null. And as you can see, we have connection and statement now, or all the errors of this has been fixed. and again this one should be uppercase letter S. Connection statement, and now we have the connection and the statement is fine, but now we need the result set. Okay, so we need the result set and then result set, and we are setting it to null. Result set, yeah, that's fine. So this one statement, the statement set it to null, query the statement, the result set set to null, manages the result. Okay, so we are gonna connect, so we're gonna connect to DB, to the database, the database names, to the database, vehicles, vehicles, and query the DB and query the table. Okay, so to do that, so we're gonna connect to the DB vehicles and query the table. So now we need a try, and let me see, we need a try and catch. Yeah, but this one is gonna be a little diff. Yeah, try and catch. So let me see, we have the try, but in the catch we can delete, we can delete this part, so we can delete this like that, and let's just work on it with the try first. Okay, so in the try we are gonna establish connection. We're gonna establish connection to DB, to the database, and the way that we do that is with connection. So connection, and we are setting it to the driver manager, so to the driver manager that get connection. And okay, so I did it automatically. So we have the database underscore URL, and this one is gonna be the username. So in this case it's gonna be biker, as you remember, and the password we also set it to biker for this particular example. So biker, okay, semicolon at the end. Yeah, that's fine. So here we have the connection. Now we are gonna let's move it here. We're gonna create a statement. So we're gonna create a statement. So we're gonna create a statement for querying. So for querying the database. So we're gonna have this statement, and we're gonna set it to a statement. So let me see, connection statement. No, yeah, we have the connection. We are setting it to the driver manager, that connection. Now we're creating a statement for the querying DB. So we are setting the statement, we are setting to the connection first, that create a statement. Okay, and we can just leave it like that, but semicolon at the end. Now we're gonna query the database, and to do that we use result set, and we're gonna set it to the statement that execute query. Okay, let me see, so we have statement that execute query. We have the database underscore URL, semicolon at the end after the final parentheses. But no, well, see, this one Visual Studio Code did it automatically, but I should have double check. So we have result set to the statement that execute query, and now inside double quotes we are gonna execute. So to do that we need to go right here, and we can copy it from here. Let me see if I can go to tables. Let me see, tables, and the name of the column. So we can just we can just select, let me see, select model, let me see, select model underscore ID, yeah, like that, model underscore ID, select let me see, company, model underscore ID, company, model, cc, and then the max underscore speed. And this one is gonna be from, and this one is gonna be from the database, let me see, from the database vehicles and bikes, and the tables bikes. So let me see. Yeah, as you can see it here, first goes the database and then the name of the table. So database and then the name of the table. So vehicles bike, yeah, that's fine. So this one is also very important. Make sure that you're typing right the column. So model ID, company, model, cc, max underscore speed from vehicle. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that would be the two important things. This one, the result set, where you query. So this is querying, select model ID, and then this one, the copy the correct JDBC connection. Okay, so let's continue. So now we're gonna have the process. So we're gonna process the query result. So we're gonna process the query result. So we're gonna have result set metadata, result set metadata. So that will check with Visual Studio Code. Sometimes it did complete it automatically for us. So result set metadata, we're gonna set it to the result set that get metadata, okay, semicolon at the end. Then we're gonna have this integer, so it's gonna be the number. So it's gonna be the number of columns. So the number of columns, we're gonna set it to metadata that get column count, okay, semicolon at the end. Okay, make sure you use that camel notation. Let me see. So integer number of columns, that's fine. Meta that get column count. We're gonna have the system.out that println, but in this case, yeah, system.out println, and we are gonna have bikes. Okay, bikes table. So bikes table of vehicles DB, or vehicles database, so something like that. And okay, double quotes, and then to the next line. Okay, integer number of columns. So yeah, that's fine for now. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so since we have this integer number of columns, we need to use the for loop. So we're gonna have some conditions for. So we have this integer named I, and that we are set to 1, and the conditions are as long as the integer is less than or equal to the number of columns. Okay, so we're gonna increment the columns by 1. Okay, and yeah, that would be the for. Right? And then we're gonna have the system.out that println, and this one is gonna be print format. And here we are gonna have, first one, we are gonna use the percent sign number -8 s backslash lowercase letter t, and here commas as a second argument. We're gonna have the metadata that get column name. So get column name, and here the column name is gonna be just I. So yeah, that's fine so far. Let me see, system.out column name. and now we're gonna have another system that out that println, but in this case we are just gonna leave it empty, so we can save it so far for now, and we are almost done. So we are gonna go here, we're gonna use the while loop. So okay, it already did it for me automatically, but always double check. So the condition here will be the result set that, and we're gonna use next. Okay, so result set next, and here we're gonna have the for loop. So we're gonna have a for loop, and again, so we're gonna have this integer I, we're gonna set it to 1 semicolon, we're gonna have I, so less than equal sign, and it's gonna be the number of columns, so the number of columns, and we're gonna increment, the variable I by 1, so that will be the 4. And let me see, so we're gonna have the system that it's gonna be pretty much the same thing. So we can just copy this one right here, and we can just go right here in the for loop, and this one would be like this, and this one here. What is the for loop? Yeah, so again we have the system that out that print, let me move it like that, 1 2 3, like that system that out print format. So yeah, we're doing the same thing, but instead of metadata that get column name, what we are gonna do here is pretty much, this one is fine, but this one has to be result set that get object, so that get object, so get object, and the name of the object, that would be I, and then we just leave it like that with the system that println. So yeah, everything looks so far. So the only error is the SQL exception, because we haven't started with the catch so far. So this is the end of the while, and now we're gonna start with the catch, and this is gonna be pretty much the end. Okay, so we're gonna have the catch, so we can delete this part, and we can have the SQL exception. So SQL exception, and here is gonna be SQL exception, camel notation this time. And let me see, just for I don't wanna get confused, maybe like this, so it's more noticeable. Yeah, we have the catch, and now we are inside of the curly braces of the catch, we have the SQL exception that print a stack trace, semicolon at the end. That's fine, that will be the end of the catch. So here we're gonna have the finally, and this is gonna ensure the result set, the statement, and the connection are close. Okay, so like this are close. So finally, and here we are gonna have inside of the finally, we're gonna have a try, and again we're gonna have a try and catch, but this one is gonna be try and catch. This one we can delete this part, and yeah, we can delete this part. Let's just leave it like that. You can write it exception or just exception, and then lowercase letter e. So let me see, it doesn't throw me an error after. So let's go first and try, and here we're gonna have the result set that close, that's fine, the statement that close, that's fine, then the connection that close, that close, that fine. So yeah, and here we are gonna have in the exception Okay, catch exception. Let me see, exception, and this one is gonna be exception. I'm gonna write it like this, and then here is gonna be exception that print. Okay, print stack trace. And okay, so we are almost done. We have finished the whole thing, but if we go into the folder lib, we have nothing. So if you have downloaded the connector /j, I have a video how to do this. So once you have downloaded, I'm gonna go into my PC and I have it right here. So I'm gonna copy it, I'm gonna go into my folder and I'm gonna click in new file, so paste it. Okay, and now I'm gonna go into the query. So these are the queries. So we have, let's go with the first one. So we have this one, and yeah, let's save it. So we're gonna have the select, and we're gonna select the 5 columns: the model ID, the company, the model, the cubic centimeter, max speed from, this is vehicle, this is the schema, the database, that, and bikes is the table. So let's play it and let's see what we have. So as you can see, we have this one: the model ID, the company, the model, the CC, and the max speed. Let's just make this one bigger, and let's play a little bit with queries. So we can do the same thing. We just select asterisk from vehicles.bikes. So select everything from the tables bikes from the database vehicles. So if we click it, we're gonna get the same thing. That's fine. So let's let me see, let's play with the second one. So we're gonna play with the second one. We have select from the table bike from the database or schema vehicles where the model ID is greater than or equal to 4. So let's see what we have. So okay, so it says greater than or equal to 4, so it's gonna get this one, right? If we have, let's say, equal to 4, or yeah, this is equal to 4, right? Greater than or equal to 4. If we change it to greater than 4, then let's see what we have. Nothing, obviously. Well, we only have the model ID, the company, the model, but we have no result. So let me see, we have this instead greater than 3. So save it, and now we're gonna get the model ID 4, okay, because it's greater than 3. And let me see if we have, let me see, greater than 3 is gonna get greater than 3 or equal. So now we are gonna get 3 and 4, the model ID 3 and the model ID 4. Okay, as you can see, model ID 3 and model ID 4. Okay, we have that. Let's comment it. Now let's go for this one, and we are gonna have, let me see, so we're gonna have select from the table bikes of the schema or database vehicles where the company is equal to, and we're gonna have this string Kawasaki. So let's see, let's play it, let's see what happens. Okay, if we go here in this table, the Kawasaki is the model ID number 1, so we're gonna get this row. Let me see if I can, yeah, I can, yeah, it's gonna be this row. So let's see, that is the one that we have. Yeah, got model ID 1 Kawasaki H2R 1400. That's fine. Let me see if we can change it to, I think it was let me see, Honda. I think it was like this, Honda. Save it, and now we are gonna get the model ID 3 Honda. Okay, so, and it's gonna get this information: Honda CRF 450R 450 190. Okay, Honda, yeah, 450 190. That's fine. And we can do also for the, let me see, Yamaha. I think it was like that, and this would be, yeah, model ID 3 Yamaha R6 600 292. That's fine. Gonna do this example. So we're gonna select the cubic centimeter, comma, the max speed from the database vehicles that table bikes, so from the table bikes from the database schema vehicles. So what we are gonna be doing is we're gonna grab these two columns, the CC and the max speed. So let's see what we get. So we're gonna get these two columns obviously, and we're gonna get the CC 1600 450 and the max speed 400 292 190 314. So this is exactly what we get. So let's change it. Let's say we're gonna get now the company and the model. So pretty much is the same. So we are just gonna get the let me see, the company and the model, okay, and the model from the vehicles that bike, so from the table bikes from the database vehicle. So now we're gonna get the company Yamaha, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Honda, H2R, and this is exactly what we get. So we're getting these two columns, as you can see right here. And let's clean it up maybe a little bit. So let's do it again. We are gonna get company Kawasaki, H2R, Yamaha R6, Honda, okay. And okay, so let's do a two more. So now we're gonna select from the tables bikes from the database vehicles where the model underscore ID is 4. So, and I think we already did this. So let's see when ID is equal to 1. So let's see, and we get this example from when model underscore ID is 1. We get Kawasaki H2R 1000 and the max speed